Hello, everyone. Today I have a very special guest. I have Kelly Downing from the original West End cast of Hamilton. So, if you want to sort of
Hello.
tell us, tell us how that sort of came about, the Hamilton job. How did you get it?
So I was in Germany at the time, in the Bodyguard the musical over there, and my agent called and said, "Oh, we've got an audition for you for Hamilton." And so I booked a couple. I managed to get a couple of days off holiday, thank goodness, and flew back for it, and then did sort of 3 days back to back. A lot of people did longer rounds because they'd been in earlier than I had, but yeah, did 3 really long days, learnt about 5, 6, 7 routines, I think it was, over the 3 days, had to sing as well. And then, yeah, we heard a few months later, the whole time my heart was like, oh, because I really, really wanted the job. I just loved the audition. And yeah, and then got offered the part of Woman 2 in the ensemble. So yeah, and it's just the best thing ever. I'm so grateful for it. I just love it, absolutely love it.
So how long has that been for now? Since Hamilton,
So
was it
it's
since it
been about
opened?
2.5 years. We started rehearsals 2017, in September. I always remember it because it was just after my birthday and I just got married, so it all tied in quite well. It was just an amazing year. And then, yeah, so it's about 2.5 years. I'm now in my third contract and I'm still loving it. Every single day I love going to work, and unfortunately with the lockdown I'm a bit sad at the moment because I miss everyone and I miss the show so much. But we've been having lots of Zoom chats, and we've got a WhatsApp group, so we're constantly messaging in there and trying to cheer each other up and sending like lots of funny jokes. I love to tell jokes at work, so yeah, so it's just lots of silliness and trying to make the most of the situation, and can't wait to get back. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot now. Now that you've told us you like telling jokes, can you give us a joke? What's your favourite joke?
Okay. Oh, that's a hard one. There's so many. We often play a game at work, which I always start, and we'll say, "Oh, I've got a new job," and they'll say, "Oh, what's your new job?" And I say, "Oh, this is one of my favourite ones. Oh, I'm actually a baker." And they'll say, "Oh, how's it going for you?" And I say, "Oh, I really needed the dough." But they're my favourite kind of jokes, like a dad joke.
Those are the best. Unless you've got my dad, who does not tell good dad jokes. They're
Oh,
just
really?
Most dad jokes are so bad that they're good. My dad jokes are so bad that they're bad.
Oh.
Doesn't stop me
I
from
bet
seeing
your
them
dad
though.
tells some good ones.
Yeah, some golden ones drop in there every now and again.
Yeah. I
Dad, if
know.
you're watching, I'm sorry.
Oh, oh, 1 second. Someone's just popped up on my. Can you see me? Oh, here we
I
go.
see you.
Sorry, someone tried to ring me, so it came up onto my laptop. So,
No, it's fine. I can still see you the whole time.
brilliant.
So, you told me that your first job was in Greece.
Yes, it was. That was my
So,
first job out of college.
so when was that, and how did you get that one?
So that was in 2012, and I was in my third year at Bird College in Sidcup, and I got an agent through an agent showcase. My agent is amazing, absolutely love him. Been with him ever since college, and he got me a couple of auditions. I think it was maybe my third audition, and I was actually for the final. I was performing a college show in Scotland in Dundee, and me and my friend both got through to the final. We had to get a sleeper train through the night from Scotland to London, do our audition, and then get on the next train that we could back up to Scotland to perform that evening. So
That's a
it
long
was
journey.
I know it was crazy, but it was quite a fun adventure, like on the sleeper train, because you've got little beds, and it was really fun. But yeah, so we did that, flew back, and then yeah, I got that job, and I was so excited because Greece is like one of my favorite films of all time. I used to watch the film over and over and over again, and yeah, so I was in the ensemble for that, and I covered Patty and Frenchie, and I actually went on, I think, for like 2 months for Frenchie, which was really good. It was a 6-month contract, so um, so yeah, it was one. I was so grateful for that as my first job. I loved it so much, and I loved the outfits, I loved the songs, and I had an amazing cast and made some incredible friends. So yeah, very lucky, very grateful.
So you've done a lot of travelling then. If you say you've been performing, you did it in Scotland and London, and you did Starlight Express in Germany.
I did, yeah. I did that for, well, I did 18 months. And then I left, and then somebody got injured, and they asked me if I'd go back for a few months. And I had another job lined up, but I had a little break. So I was like, oh, perfect. So I went back. And then I also then did bodyguard over there. And it was, yeah, I met my husband in Starlight Express because he was doing the job as well. And yeah, that job was incredible. We had to go to skate school for 3 months to learn how to skate. So you get given the job, and then you start the job, but you can't skate. And it's all on quad skates, and the set is like a purpose-built arena. And I did the 25th year anniversary, so it's been there a long, long time. And there's tracks that go all in and out of the audience. And yeah, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, but the most rewarding. And yeah, it holds a very big place in my heart. It was absolutely incredible, and now I can roller skate, so yeah, I learned a good skill from it, so yeah.
So do you ever have any mishaps on stage, be it doing it on roller skates? That must be pretty hard.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, it's quite funny because there used to be a lot of slips and slides and trips, and the audience would never notice. But to us, we'd be like, "Oh no, what have we done?" But then you'd like quite often had friends come over, or some of the swings and standbys would sit and watch the show just to go over tracks and things. And they say, "Oh," I'd say, "Oh, did you see when we fell?" And they were like, "No," because it's such a fast-paced show. But I do remember one time there was six. I was played the part of Jewel, and she was part of Electra's entourage. And I did 2 races in the show because we do live races, which are incredible. They were my favourite thing to do. And there were 6 of us all attached because you have little bout loops, and we do, like, it's called a popper jump, and Popper's on the floor, and then all 6 of us jump over Papa, but we're linked. And one person went down at the front, and all 6 of us just went flying. But because it was in the race, the audience would never know, but we knew, and luckily no one was hurt. And yeah, there's not people don't often get too hurt, which is good because we learned such amazing skate technique from a man called Michael Fraley, who is just like a skate legend. And once you know that technique, you kind of try and apply it at any time. But yeah, so there were quite a few, but the audience would never know. We'd only know. So it was good fun, really good fun.
That's good. I used to roller skate and I broke my wrist, and I was like, oh, I'm not doing this again.
No, well, in rehearsal we have to wear wrist guards, I think for that reason, just in case. But
I had wrist guards when I was.
I mean, it's a hard skill. It's a really hard skill. But
It's scary
yeah,
when you're starting out.
good.
So I'm just trying to. I've forgotten my question I was going to ask. I asked a question at the end of the. Oh yeah, if you could be in any musical and be singing any song on stage, like it doesn't matter, guy or girl, just you were there, full costume, full lights. Which song would you pick? Do you think?
Okay. Can I answer 2? Can I have
Yeah,
2?
yeah, sure.
Okay, so one would be actually in Hamilton, and it would be to play Thomas Jefferson. If just as a a mixed casting, I just love that character so much. And the guy that plays it in our show, Jason Pennycook, is one of my really good friends, and I just idolize him as a person. He's worked so much, and he's incredible. And I just love that part and the way he plays the part. And every night when we get to his numbers, I'm so excited because it's amazing. The music, the whole show is amazing. I love it so much. But that part in particular, and the songs that he gets to sing, I've got that dance base to it because I'm primarily come from a dance background. So even though in Hamilton we sing and we act as well, just that whole part is like a triple threat part. And so if I was to ever to get to play another part, it would be that. But and the other, as a female character, it would be Kathy in Singing in the Rain. I've seen that show a few times and I love the film, and that part, it just resonates with me. There's just something about it. There's a sweetness, but there's just a spice to it that I just love. And it's one of my favorite films of all time. So yeah, I'd have to say Kathy and Thomas Jefferson.
Good choices. Good choices.
Very different, but
Very different, but still very good choices.
yeah.
But anyone that's been watching my other interviews in the series will know that one of the final questions I asked is a bit random, to be honest. It's nothing really to do with musical theatre. I guess it's kind of musical. But it is, I've asked Joel Montague and Jonah Platt, if you could be any Disney princess, which one would you be?
Oh, that's a really hard one. Um, I actually always loved Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Um, I think it's because she, as a character, she saw through the beast. She didn't just see him as this scary character. She looked through that and she saw another beauty, like a hidden beauty, and like a beauty within him, even though he was scary and he could be rude and whatnot from time to time. She kind of saw that other side to him, and I just felt like her as a character is very layered, and yeah, I just there's something that always sat right with her out of all the Disney princesses. So I'd probably say Belle. Yeah, and she gets to wear that gorgeous yellow dress.
Great choice, great choice.
Yeah.
I think the final question that I've asked everyone else, because I don't want to keep you for too long, is just what's your advice to people that are stuck at home during this lockdown who are feeling a bit iffy about what's going on? What would you give as advice to them?
Um, I mean, this time is really hard, and I think each of us have our own rational worries and anxieties and whatnot. But I think mindfulness is really important. Every morning I get up and I do some exercise. So I've been doing yoga, or I've been going for a run, but I have to get up and do that morning routine. Otherwise, for the rest of the day, I just feel a bit, oh, and I think because it releases endorphins, and exercise on a whole is just good. Like whenever I ever feel a little bit worried about something or a bit quiet, once I exercise, it just pulls me out of that. So I'd say try and exercise where you can. If you can maybe do meditation to get your brain in a certain way, and just try and think of the positives. Like I do try and go through life. My friend calls me positive P. I don't know where it came from, but I always just try and find the positives in situations. And I do have my worries as well. And like everyone, this is a crazy time. And like my mum is actually an NHS nurse who works in critical care. So I all constantly worried about her, but I know she's fine and she's saving lives, and I'm so proud of her. So I think it's just find the positives. Like out of this, the positives for me is that I've connected with so many people. I mean, it's lovely to meet you today. Like it's nice to
Likewise.
speak to people, that are interesting, and we're all in this together. And I'm connected with lots of old friends, my college best friends. I'm speaking to a lot of people at work all the time who are my best friends. I'm speaking to my mum and dad and my sister every single day, which I do anyway, but for even longer, we're having nice long FaceTimes, and I'm actually getting to spend time with my husband. He's training for the stunt register at the moment, so often his timetable and my work timetable are very different. So it's nice for us to actually get time together, and that good quality time, and just embracing every second of it. So I'm just thinking, find the positives, and if you do have worries, voice them to someone. Like I would speak to my mom, or I speak to Elliot if I'm worried, oh gosh, we're going to be in lockdown for another 3 weeks, but then we think, right, what can we do with that time? We're going to do this housework, and we've been working in the garden, and doing exercise, keep on top of our fitness, and yeah, just kind of think of the positives and be grateful for what we do have. That's what I would say.
Okay, you've heard it from the superstar, everyone. Stay positive.
Oh, you are kind.
Okay. So if anyone wants to follow you on social media, what's your...
Oh, my handle. I think it's Kelly Downing and then the number 8. That's my favourite number. It's my lucky number.
Cool. So everyone should follow for exciting Hamilton stuff and roller skating stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been a pleasure interviewing you.
Oh,
So
you
thank you.
too. Thank you so much for asking me to come on today. It's been really
No
lovely.
worries.
Yeah.
And I'll just say goodbye to everyone that's watching. So thank you everyone for watching the interview. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can watch all the other interviews I have planned. I've got some exciting stuff coming for you. But remember to stay positive, everyone, and
Yeah.
thank you for listening. Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.